Hey everybody, this is my review of the Syrus Truesdale Starter deck. As you can see, it comes with a special playmat. You probably can't see it all that well because of the angle. It's got the name of the deck on it and Express Roid, which I kind of found cool about this one. Over here is a stack of decks I'm yet to review, ranging from Dark Emperor all the way down to I think that is Invincible Fortress, the last one I've got to review. There are actually two Dark Emperors there because I clicked the button twice instead of once, and they never rectified my mistake, so I got two. Long story. Also, I got to do because I did win them, but they're actually the decks were my choice. Just I'm pretty glad I accidentally clicked two Dark Emperors instead of one. So let's start with this deck anyway, before getting on to Dark Emperor in the next video. So basically, this deck only has one rare and one ultra, not one rare, one super rare and one ultra rare in it. The super rare is Drill Void, which first I would prefer to be the ultra rare over Express Roid, which is the ultra rare. So not only is Drill Roid stronger than Express Roid, Drill Roid would also look cooler on the playmat. Next are the commons. I'll just show them upside down. No, I'll just show them like this. Cyber Alligator, Robotic Knight, Dark Blade, Acrobat Monkey, that kind of reminds me of the monkey that Jade and Yuki duels in the series. That's the kind of thing I thought of, because I never actually watched the episode, I was just listening to it. Archfiend Soldier, Psychroid, probably the stupidest of all the Roid monsters, Jerry Beans Man, and Yugioh, the Knight of Darkworld. All in all, I'd say most of the normal monsters in this are just beaters. Yeah, most of those are just beaters. Let's move on to the effect monsters, which contain Poison Mummy, flip effect, flip 500 damage to the opponent. Mask of Darkness, flip effect, destroy one trap on... Oh wait, select one trap in the graveyard and add it to my hand. Dekoichi, the Battle Enchanted Locomotive. No, Battle Enchanted Locomotive, sorry. Flip effect, I can draw an additional card for each Bukoichi, the Frightening Car, which I don't believe I have any of. No, you don't. Next is Cheer on the Mage, good beta effect monster here. Multiple turn I can discard one spell card, destroy one spell or trap card my opponent controls. Next we get on to the very basic Roid monsters you get in this deck. You get Patroid, I think that's Gyroid, Steam Roid, Submarine Roid, Ambulance Roid, and that must mean that is Rescue Roid. Oh right, Rescue Roid's meant to be a... Isn't Rescue Roid meant to be a fire engine? Or fire truck? Next is the final monster in this set, Abaki. No idea what it does and I don't really care. Oh, when this card is destroyed into the graveyard, both players take 500 damage. Job done. So there's all the basic spells and traps you can expect from the starter deck. Like basic attack power-ups like Black Pendant and Rush Recklessly. Things to get rid of your opponent's spell and traps like Heavy Storm and whatever that one in my hand is. Heavy Trunade, Giant Trunade. Book of Moon, Smashing Ground, Enemy Controller, Earthquake, Feather of the Phoenix, and then you got things like Brain Control and Lightning Vortex as well, all very basic spells. And in the trap selection for this deck, quite a few trap cards. There's first I kind of miss having in the starter sets. Things like, well, Trap Hole you still get, but things like Magic Jammer, 7 Tools, Sakuretsu Army you see all the time these days, Threatening Roar you see all the time. Things I miss are like Negate Attack and Magical Cylinder. And then you get Rising Energy and Supercharge. Supercharge being the only support card for your void monsters in this deck except themselves. So all in all, oh, and you get some crummy beginner's guide for Jaden and Syrus on the front. Jaden looked really weird from the angle I was sat at there. All in all, I would rate this deck, for beginners I'd rate it a, well, I can't really rate it that well. Whereas it does contain quite a few key elements to starting a Void Monsters deck. I would say I'd give this a 8 out of 10. It's got some of the it's got better trap cards than today's current things. I say the only way they could have made this better was if they threw in Ambulance Rescue Void and Steam Jive Void and the Polymerization. It's the only real way they could have made this deck better without making it a Express Void base, well, a Syrus Truesdale based structure deck with all the Void monsters in it. For those of you who are wondering, I won't be reviewing the Jade and Yuki counterpart to this deck, being I've already got enough elemental heroes. As far as you've seen the deck list, there's nothing really that brilliant in there anyway. To be honest, mostly an exact same copy of that deck, but where the Void monsters are in place, there is elemental heroes. So I'm going to switch this off and say, see you next time. I'll be reviewing this deck, the Dark Emperor. See you then.